So, I'm going to make this video dedicated to the Ipswich Department of Psychology at the University of Southern Queensland. Now, I completed my postgraduate diploma of psychology through Monash University, which is a group of 8 university. In Australia, this is similar to an Ivy League. We have incredibly great universities in Australia. They're better on average than the ones in the United States. They're fantastic. Unfortunately, I didn't understand how the universities worked in Australia. And I went to the University of Southern Queensland for my honours year, which is an undergraduate degree. So I went down from a postgraduate degree to an honours degree here. And the quality of the education was terrible. Now, I sound arrogant, but I'm at the right of the bell curve. I was a gifted kid. I was identified as a gifted kid when I was a child. I have an IQ beyond 130. I know what I'm fucking doing, and I went from when I was at Monash, I was working with these incredibly talented, exceedingly intelligent people who were doing world-class research on top of doing teaching their programs. And I found myself at USQ working with these fuckwits. And it was like, I went to my class and I realized, wait a second, I'm like, you're my lecturer? Wait a second. Like, I'm way fucking smarter than you are. You're my examiner? Holy shit, I'm in a bad position. And the difference between getting a credit and a pass or a distinction, it doesn't matter in that circumstance. I realized, look, I want Toowoomba to succeed. That's where I'm from. So I reorganized the university as an undergraduate student, which is pretty impressive. Because I can do that shit. It's the world is, to me, in some ways, it's like a set of Lego bricks that I get to build and dismantle as not necessarily as I please, but it's something I can do. And that's what I did with the University of Southern Queensland. But the worst and the most pretentious and hilarious part of it are the people who are a part of the postgraduate clinical part of it, psychology part of it. Because what was happening is that when I was dealing with Andrea Lamont Mills, who is by far the least, oh my god, the worst person in psychology in Australia, what she was doing is that she was getting us to give us journal entries, and then we would give our journal entries to her for her to grade, and she would tell us how much she liked us or didn't like us. And she gave this to her students. And those students would then bully me online based on the content of those journals. And it was the same for all the other people in our program. Because she was not interested in any form of marking or any form of developing ability to be a psychologist. She was interested in having people who worshipped her and would do what she said. You need to understand, this is what created the first time in my life where I became a bit of a revolutionary and overthrew a regime, which was Andrea Lamont Mills' abuse of her students, who were in a vulnerable situation because they needed their grades to move on to the next program. And because I realized I can bypass this entire thing, go through the 4+2, which is a means which I'm still a part of to get accreditation as a psychologist, although there seems to be a lot of things put in place to stop me from succeeding there. That's what I work towards. But she would then get us to do these journal entries. She would then provide these journal entries to her favourite students. These favourite students would then bully us online if we disagreed with Andrea. So she doxed us. And these people would then become our classmates potentially when we got into the master's program if she let us do that. And it wasn't based on any kind of us achieving any construct of competence. It was just based on her opinion of us. And I realized, wait a second, like, I'm more intelligent than all the people who are telling me where I go for if I keep going with this program. This is the difference between going from Ivy League group of 8 to regional university. Like, I didn't realize that. I thought regional universities were just as good as the group of 8s, but apparently they're not. I dislike this. I wish they were. It wouldn't take too much for them to get there. My opinion is that I just want education to be fair and based on first principles and, like, science and in pedagogy and that kind of thing. But it's not that case at all. It's just like the difference in quality was massive. It was like, holy shit, this university is shit. I made a terrible mistake. I should have gone to UQ or ANU. I had that opportunity. I went to my regional university and I paid the price for it. Either way, now I start going for this program, and her and I have a lot of fights. I realize that she is not interested in anything regarding psychology. She just wants to feel special. And to this day, I'm still being bullied by people who went through her program and have associations with this mediocre woman who think they're special because they got a pat on the back from her and got accreditations from this university. Like, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I didn't finish a clinical master's program isn't because I'm not capable of doing a clinical master's program. It's because I chose to reorganise the University of Southern Queensland. Now, I come from Toowoomba. I have an interest in that university doing well, and that's why I did that. I'm a genius, right? I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like, the world is a set of Lego bricks which I get to build and dismantle. Not at will, but I get to do it. And I chose to build something fantastic at USQ. But if these pretentious cunts think that they have anything above me, well, first of all, I don't acknowledge them. I think it's very funny. And I need to remind you that you got your accreditation from what is perhaps one of the most pathetic accreditation programs in Australia, which is not built on pedagogy or built on any form of modern education accreditation paradigm. It's built on the nepotism and the bias of strange women like Andrea Lamont Wills. And your current position is not based on your ability, it's based on the whims of these very strange people. I regret not going to a group of 8 university because I would have thrived there. I would currently be completing a doctorate in clinical psychology or something similar if I went to ANU or any of these other institutions. I made the mistake of going to USQ and I reformed it. It is a different institution because of my involvement than if I had not been there. But if you think that you have anything above me, I need to tell you that you are, in a very pathetic way, mistaking. You are so far beneath me that I feel like I need to give you a pat on the head and say, there, child, right? You don't know what you've missed. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what is beyond you. But you've been given a license, and I hope you enjoy it, because this is something which has been given to you, and you should, as much as you can, enjoy it, but understand that you are not me and you can never be me. And you are certainly not more than me. You are actually significantly less. And I could give some metaphors about how you can, suck up to my genitals or make sure that my asshole is well wiped with your tongues. But the main thing you need to understand is that you you don't know what you don't know. And if you did know, you wouldn't be as happy or condescending to me as you are. Um, have a lovely day or not. If you're pretentious towards me, well, I'll let you put the expletives into my mouth there. Okay, bye.